Hey everyone, it's Mariah Amanda. Welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be doing something super fun. Amazon. We all love Amazon. We all love a good Amazon haul. So I've recently got Amazon Prime again, and I find that I've been ordering things off there that I might necessarily normally buy in store just for convenience, and they're great with their shipping and all that. So I have a list of stuff that I kind of been collecting over the last say month and a half. Some things I've kind of been saving for, other things I was like, ooh, that's new, that's really cool, I'm gonna get that. So without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, so I almost have like two sections of this Amazon haul. One is like personal care, and then the other is like stationery. So I figured I would do, and then I kind of have other too. So I'll do the personal care stuff first just to get that out of the way. So I decided that I was going to invest in like a little, I guess it's like a little waxing station. Like you get a warmer and the wax and like all that stuff. Just for cost purposes, I feel like in the long run it'll be easier and better for me than going to a waxer or doing it myself using just stuff that you get at like Target or whatever. So the things I did purchase from Gigi, I got their wax warmer. There's a company, I'm not gonna even attempt to pronounce it, but I think it's like Ceraphil. After reading all their reviews, like their wax is the best and it fits in that warmer from the other company, so that's the one I got, as well as some like oil and wax, which is all like normal stuff when you're doing that, whether you're getting it done at a place or at home. So yeah, I'll just show you. I don't have the warmer down here with me, but I can show you the other things. Okay, so this is what the tin looks like. So I was under the impression that this would have like little, like the wax would be in little balls, but it's not. It's just a completely solid mass in there. So obviously, like when you put it in the warmer, it'll warm it up and you use what you need. The same company also has this, that was double wrapped. That's so nice so it doesn't spill. So they have the pre and post I don't know, depilatory oil, I'm not really sure. So that's that, and then you use just like popsicle sticks basically, but because this is a hard wax, this is not a soft wax, so it's a little different. With a soft wax you would use like a paper, it's not paper, but it's like a paper strip to remove the wax from the skin. But with the hard wax, it solidifies and you just pull it off. So you just basically need something to apply it to the skin. It's all kind of like very personal care stuff, as in the personal care category this time. So this year I have started using a menstrual cup instead of using like tampons, which I absolutely love it. I cannot say enough how much that's like, I know it sounds dramatic, but change your life. Like to only have to change it every 12 hours instead of every 4 hours like you do with a tampon is amazing. But honestly, I wasn't aware of like proper like care for my menstrual cup. I use the Diva cup size 1. So I'm purchasing a new one so that I can properly care for it going forward. But basically I have like a specific wash just for it. I was just using regular like soap, but I decided that I'd invest to just make sure that I take care of it appropriately. So this is by Pixie Cup, and it's plant-based, biodegradable, doesn't have any preservatives in it, etc., and it helps balance pH, which is great because ultimately you're washing something that's going to go inside of you. And also I got this little like collapsible thing where you can like sanitize your Diva cup or whichever brand you use. So you put it in there, and then you just put water, boiling water in here, and you let it sit for a few minutes, and then you dump it out. So gets rid of all the bacteria, and that comes with a cute little pouch to store it in. So you just like collapse it like that. It's silicone, so it'll be easy to be sanitized. Okay, so I was going to talk about this at the end, but it's kind of like a personal care-esque item. So for the last probably 6 months, I would say, I've been using blue light glasses. So what that is they're tinted so that they're tinted yellow, so it cancels out the blue light in our phones and our computers and I use devices at work. The lights are LED at work, so I tend to experience headaches, so like it helps with that. So I decided to just invest in like a proper pair of them instead of just a $20 pair from Target, because they did get scratched up. So I purchased these. These are from Swanwick. And these are definitely an investment. These are expensive. They're over $100, but they are awesome. So obviously today you can see I'm wearing my like actual like foreseeing glasses, so I can't wear these and these at the same time. I wear these with my contacts. You can get these with a prescription in it, and they have daytime, which is what this is, and then they have a nighttime version. So the nighttime version looks like almost orange, like the lens is very orange. And these are just, like they have a slight tint to them. You can't really, tell, but I can tell when I'm like wearing them and I like look in the mirror, I can, like see the little like slightly yellow tint to them. But it's definitely been helping me. The air is really dry at work, so between eye drops and these, like it significantly cut down on my headache. So obviously use your proper cloth. And I did purchase the little hard case for them to keep my investment protected. So yeah, you are supposed to wear these the 2 hours prior to bedtime, just to help, because we are all on our phones when we shouldn't be. And this will help like it'll help like your circadian rhythm get kind of back on track as far as, sorry, my bun is falling over, just to help you with your sleep. So yeah, so that wasn't purchased from Amazon. That was purchased directly through the company, but I got the recommendation through Michelle B here on YouTube. She has a video all about proper sleep, so I can link that down below and link their website as well. Like I said, they also have nighttime glasses, so I'm thinking about whether I want to save up and then invest in a pair of nighttime ones with my prescription in them, because you can get them like that. So you can't wear the nighttime ones throughout the whole day, because I guess it'll be harmful for you to do that, but I don't know. I read all the information on their website, and they suggested not to wear those during the day, to just wear the daytime ones during the day. And so yeah, so I'm thinking about getting my prescription put in to maybe like a nighttime pair. So, because at night when I take my contacts out, I can't see. So if I'm going to wear them, I have to wear them both. And it's kind of weird looking. Okay. Ooh, okay, so let's do like the other category and then kind of get into stationery. So this is a very ironic thing to talk about in an Amazon haul, but this book is by Kate Flanders, or Flanders. So I don't remember who suggested it to me, but I was in my Google Keep and I was going through it, and I saw this was in there, and so this had been in my Amazon like save for later cart for a long time, so I was like, I might as well just jump the gun. So basically the story is the year of less, how I stopped shopping, gave away my belongings, and discovered life is worth more than anything you can buy in a store. So I'm definitely kind of on an intentional living path, so that's why I got this. So she basically went a year with only purchasing consumables such as like groceries, toiletries, and gas for her car. She decluttered her apartment and got rid of 70% of her belongings, learned how to fix things rather than throw them away, and actually stopped watching television. And so she says the less she consumed, the more fulfilled she felt. So, yeah, I'm really excited to to read this book, and I am kind of, obviously this is in the middle of an Amazon haul, but I'm really excited to read this and kind of learn from it. And there is nothing wrong with obviously owning things, like you don't have to declutter your whole life and be an extreme minimalist. But I think I'm definitely kind of going towards that road. But there are definitely things that are close to my heart, like makeup and books and stationery and stuff like that, that are something that are going to be a part of my life no matter what. So let's move on to the second thing that's other. So these are called contact paper. You can get it where it's sticky on the back or not. In previous, I've just bought it at Target. I bought the ones that are non-sticky, but I bought 2. Okay, so what I use these for is for overhead shots. So I have a secondary bullet journaling channel now where I've separated it from this main channel that's more about makeup and beauty-esque stuff. So I got this kind of gray, wooden gray one, and also one that's like a black grain kind of wood situation. And one thing I made sure of, because the last time I bought contact paper from Amazon, it was very shiny, so it reflected off the light, and that was like not good as far as like for overhead stuff goes. Yeah, so it's not shiny, and also the width of it. So when you take the roll, you're gonna lay it out like this and then roll it out on your table and then film overhead. So if this part is not long enough or wide enough, then you're kind of stuck, or you have to like cut 2 pieces and try to like tape it together. So no bueno. So I made sure I got the, I believe it was 17 inches in width, and then it comes with however long the roll is. So I'm excited to use these for my overhead shots and my Bojo stuff. So that segues nicely into stationery. Oh, one more thing. Oops. Okay. So with stuff like intentional living and trying to stay off your phone, I was reading or watching videos that suggested one of these. Her name is Amy. I forget what her last name is, but I watch her, subscribe to her channel. So I'll leave her link down below. But basically, she uses this instead of her phone as a timer. So basically what it is it's a cube. It has 5, 15, 30, and 60-minute timers. And then on this side, it has like a little countdown. And this is where the batteries go. So you have a high, low, and an off setting. So you hear that, and then so whichever one is facing up is how much the timer is. So it has like a blinking red light. So you would like leave this on your table like this. You'd be able to see your countdown, and then it'll go off. I did use it when I was kind of doing some like Bojo prep for my plan with me, and kind of was just like planning out stuff, doing like updating, like kind of like weekly reset stuff. It was very handy to not have to use my phone at all. So it does go off, pardon me, when the timer's done. So I was using it quite late at night, which was probably not a great idea because like the rest of my family was sleeping, but yeah. So this has been great so far. So let's talk stationery. Okay, so this notebook you see here that I'm using, this is like what I want in a notebook. I want it to be firm enough to hold up. I want it to be flexible enough to have it not be super stiff. I want it to have a clear cover, and I wanted it to have dot grid. So I was able to find this on Amazon. I wasn't able to find this anywhere else. So this is a brand called Maliko, I believe. So this is the 2-pack. It's $15.99 for the 2-pack. So it's about $7.99 per notebook, which is not bad. This is not a typical size we use here in the US, even though it is manufactured in New York. But basically it's a B5 size. So I don't know exactly how big B5 is, but our typical notebooks are 8.5 by 11, or like the smaller size. Not quite an A5 because that's the size my bullet journal is. It's a little bit smaller than that, I think. But yeah, so I've been loving this. I haven't used it a lot. My thought was like to use it for some like time blocking stuff. But I think it's going to be better to do that on the computer. I was hoping to be able to do it like just like a weekly overview of like an ideal like week, like how I fit things in that I want to accomplish. But I think that ultimately like the phone is going to be better to do that because things change all the time and sometimes you have to move things around. So if you're doing it on a paper, then you can't really change it once it's been written down. So yep, so I've already started using this. I love it. Just be cautious because I wasn't paying attention. I started using the back page. I was doing some like pre-planning, and these are like, I was testing some metallic markers that I purchased. These are so good. Okay, we'll get to this in a minute, but just be careful because if you're using the back of the notebook, it's kind of pushing against the binding here. And I was like, why is this not laying flat? And then that's why. And then I had already started using like the front of the notebook as well. So now I wrote on both sides, which it is what it is. But also just because the cover is clear, I would just leave like a page so that what you're writing is not on view for everyone that's seeing it. And then if that's not a concern for you, then just you can use all of the pages. So this has 80 sheets of paper, which is double-sided. It's 160 pages. It's spiral. So B5, it actually has this on the sheet, which is great. The size is 10.2 inches by 7.1 inches. So it is like an inch smaller on each dimension than an 8.5 by 11 notebook. So next we have the metallic markers that I did show. I'm going to show a proper like overhead shot of me like drawing with them. But basically this is, we have 2, 4, 6, 8 metallic markers. This is going to be used in July's bullet journaling plan with me. So I'm actually going to link that other channel down below so that you guys can go and check it out. So I basically wanted metallic markers and I searched YouTube and this is what came up. And so these are by Crayola. They weren't, I do most of my shopping at Target. They weren't in my Target. I ordered them off Amazon and then I went to Staples and they were cheaper to order them from Amazon than to get them from Staples. So I would just do that. I mean, if you don't have access to, if you can't order from Amazon and you have a Staples near you, you can go ahead and do that. But so we have the 8 colors. The tip looks like this. So it's kind of like not quite a regular marker tip. It's kind of almost like a bullet tip is how I would describe it. So we have purple, copper, green, silver, gold, pink, black, and blue. And the colors are much more pigment than they seem in the packaging. So I'll insert a clip of me testing these out for you. So this is, I'm just going to do the names of the pen itself. So this color Slick Silver, that's the one that I use for all of my headers for like my yearly spreads. And I can't spell. Oh, that's my cat. Maggie, it's okay. She's actually really old. I've had her since 8th grade. and I am now almost 10 years out of high school, so we've been together a long time. Alright, so yeah, these write absolutely beautifully. Copper doesn't show up too metallic, but the rest of them are pretty shimmery, and you can kind of tell that from the get-go. And as far as testing on the black paper, I'm just going to draw like a little heart or something like that for each of them so you can kind of see, because I don't have enough room to write out their full names. That's the pink bling. Can you see that? Ooh, that's the rose gold. That one shows up beautifully on the black paper. Green, blue. Well, black's not going to really show up, but we'll put her in the top left corner. Gold, silver. You can tell I've used it more. And copper. Ooh, those are beautiful. Okay. And as far as on like bright white, I'll just do the copper, gold, and silver ones. And let's do the black as well, because the black didn't show up on the sticky note. So as you can see, just as beautiful. It's even more, it stands out even more when it's on the white, but again, also just as beautiful on the cream color. Okay, so we have 3 more pen-related things, which I will continue to insert kind of overhead shots of. So one of them is the Pilot Gel Juice Up pens, and they're in the size 04. I got this recommendation from Amanda Rach Lee here on YouTube. She did like a haul when she was in Japan. And so the colors that come in here are white, looks like an apricot color, mint, blue, purple, and pink. And she said these were very like flowy, so I'm very excited to try them. I obviously haven't opened them. I did open the markers and test them out because I just couldn't help myself. But yeah, so we'll do an overhead shot of these. So these are also by Pilot. They're a 0.4 millimeter pen. They were recommended by Amanda Rach Lee. I believe I ordered them on Amazon. The packaging is all in Japanese, I believe. So I can't read that. I can't give you too many specifics, but this is very different than a pen that I would normally use. But I've kind of come to like it. Here, let's zoom you in a bit. There we go. So I use this purple one with my kind of YouTube notebook now, and it kind of just, I put a pen loop on it and it just kind of sits there. So the rest of them haven't been used as much, but they are very like scratchy if you are used to, like I said, like I write with a pretty, like a gel pen that's a fatter nib on it. So writing with something like this is definitely gonna feel different. And then it comes with a white pen. So it comes with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 colors, and then it comes with the white. Again, I don't know if I've even tried this, but it's not gonna show up on cream or white paper, but let's give it a go. Yeah, it's not the best. Like I said, it's pretty scratchy, and I don't know if that's just because, you know, I haven't, no, it's pretty scratchy overall. I forget what they call these, but there's a word for it when like the pen leaves almost like a line in the middle of where you're writing when you write with gel pen. So